What is up, everybody? How are we doing today? My name is Joe, aka Cool Runnings. I use he, him pronouns. I'm a variety streamer, and welcome to the stream. From what I understand, the ads are complete. Hello, how the heck? 20 seconds left, really? I'll be quiet then. Hey, what is up, everybody? How we doing? Welcome and happy Friday. Happy Friday. Who we got in the chat today? We got Callie, we got Belle, hello Borgs, hello Noodle, hello Chris, hello Gaston, Daddy Max, Sweet Lou. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We got Gary here. Gary, thank you so much for that resub, my friend. Eddie, welcome in. And Doloth, oh my gosh. And Ruler, oh my gosh. Hello everyone. How are we doing? Boy, the world sure is falling apart, isn't it? But that doesn't mean that we can't get together and do a little bit of lifting, and just try to get through it together. Can you send me some strawberry jam? I would, but like the jam doesn't exactly mail well. You know what I mean? Like I've tried putting it in envelopes. I've tried using like the bubble mailers and just like slopping it in there. But unfortunately, it doesn't work too well. You had 2 ads. Okay. So what it was supposed to do, it's supposed to not do pre-roll. And then it is supposed to do 6 minutes into the stream, do 3 minutes of ads, and then just be done. But apparently that did not work out that way. But maybe it's yeah, you had pre-roll and 3 in a row. That's alarming. I mean, not the end of the world, right? You did have pre-roll. Everyone had pre-roll. Interesting. Okay. Have you tried putting jam on a piece of toast? Ruler. Oh my gosh. Wifey makes bread. Wifey made sourdough bread, and so that was like our first jam treat that we had. That was our first jam treat that we had. I didn't even finish all of my shout outs. But how the heck are we doing today, everyone? My shoes are now tucked between my legs. Congrats. Oh, Victorious, thank you so much for the lurk. Big congrats to Sweet Lou on making affiliate. My dude just like shot right up there. That was incredible. I don't mind if it gets you heckin' paid on for it. All the support. Oh, thank you. What my goal is to not make any content missable. That is to keep an eye on ads. Oh, Andy, hello. I'm gonna fall back to sleep. I have a stream playing on my phone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the nap lurk. My goal is to, whenever ads are coming, to just like stop doing stuff, right? Ray, I know. It is just like, I'm torn on how much I want to discuss this on stream today, because I want folks who need to get away from that discussion to have a space to get away from it. But if you aren't aware, Roe v. Wade was overturned in the US today. Basically the law that said that as a state institution, like individual states cannot remove a person with a uterus's right to abortion. It is a huge shot to personal liberties in this country. And I'm not talking about like the personal liberties that people talk about with firearms and ownership of firearms. I'm talking about like bodies, right? So if you haven't heard about what's going on, I encourage you to go check it out. It is very much on my mind today, and like I want to make sure that y'all feel supported as we are going through that right now, because it's awful. Have you warmed up yet? Defeat your team 10 push-ups. You can if you'd like, friend. I have not warmed up yet. We haven't even updated the routine today, so we still got to do that. We're in our final day of deload. Knew it was coming. Oh yes. Oh, and like it's just a matter of time, right? The way that the courts are stacked, it's just ridiculous that 6 people can make that decision. Like I get like the power of the court. Like the power of the court has made sense in a lot of cases, but to overturn something that has been a like fundamental human right for 50 years, like Oh, you didn't. Oh, that's right, Andy. You're right. You worked overnight. I'm gonna go read articles, headlines, and understand what's going on. You're the second person to mention that. Yeah, Eddie, I think especially in your state, it's gonna be a pretty big discussion. America going backwards. I mean, yes. They banned Juul vape things, but didn't see that happen. Yeah, the Juul thing was yesterday. That was kind of weird. I mean, that's a good thing. I remember the first time I picked up a Juul and I was like, is this a USB drive? So pissed off right now. And only on the attack on women with the opinions that gay rights is next. Yeah, no, it's like happy pride, right? People without a uterus making that decision. Exactly. Juul is FDA. Oh no, it was totally separate, but it was just like, wait, like it was just interesting, right? Like I think that is a positive change, right? That is like the regulation that the tobacco industry had back in the 90s. It's like swinging back around, and now here we go. If anyone needs a sham marriage to leave the country, by all means, the DMs is open. Thank you, Lou. Yeah, and so I guess like, yes, I know, Eddie, right? So here's what I'll say is like, feel what you got to feel today, right? Do what you got to do. I can tell you for sure that we will be doing some fundraising on this channel to support reproductive rights in this country, and that is that's gonna happen. I know we just finished fundraising, but we will be doing more. So I'm figuring out what that's gonna look like, and you know, I just want to let you all know that I'm here for you, right? Like, it's not cool, it's not okay, and at the same time, like, I want to be open to the idea that again, just feel what you gotta feel, right? Feel what you gotta feel. We're gonna feel some deadlifts today, and that's not to be flippant, that's not to just like change the discussion and go good vibes only, because that's not the way we do things around here. And I still want to hear about y'all and like what's going on with you and like how your days are going. Today's the day to feel grieved. Tomorrow, another day can be for action. Absolutely. Yes. Abortion funds have never been needed so much as now. Transportation, I think, is going to be a big thing. That's what we did before. We did a fund for transportation for folks where there were highly restrictive laws that would not allow them to get treatment nearby. I think that was sometime last year we did that. 165. And then we're going to do some overhead tricep press. We'll do that with 35 pounds is the plan. Do some pull-ups, and we'll do 24 of those bad boys. We'll do some RDLs at 95 pounds, and maybe try to get some single leg RDLs in there. Some dumbbell curls. We'll do those with the 25s. Then we're going to go on into our last set, which is Z presses, and that's at 65 pounds, followed by a DB row with 60.
It's all coming together.
Not Bella 8, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. Pleased to have you here today. Sending much love to all. Thank you, Noodle. I really appreciate it. I know I'm just like afraid for people that I care about, right? And people that I don't know that I care about. Like, it doesn't make sense. If anyone wants to talk to me, by all means, I'm here. Marriage joke is maybe not entirely a joke, but I'm always willing to chat. Maybe not entirely a joke. And you know, my DMs are open too, folks. Like, if you just need a space, we also have a conversation going in the Discord right now if you want to join it and just kind of like talk about it. All right, this would be a nice welcoming space. Glad to be here. Well, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for the follow, and thanks for joining us. Welcome in. We're just we're writing out the routine for the day and lamenting recent things happening in the United States. It's just not good. It's just not good. But hello, and welcome. Let me see if I can make. Let me see if I can remove this today. If the lighting is going to punish me. That's a little better. That feels a little more. It feels a little more appropriate. Oh, Pan's here too. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Welcome in, Pan. Have y'all followed Pandemonium yet? Oh, Lou, you're too sweet. You're too sweet. Please go and check out fellow Cosmic Hearts human Pandemonium. Pan has great content. Does some really great panels, some really great events. Does some really great awareness work for different organizations. Oh my gosh, I love Pan. Welcome in, Pan. I'm so glad you're here today. It's a full day emotionally, and thankfully it's not necessarily a full day on the workout side of things. So we're going to do a deload. If you're not familiar with a deload, essentially what we were doing is after 6 weeks of continuous effort in progressive overload, so doing things, doing harder movements, doing heavier movements, doing more movements, we're taking a week to just like rest, but rest within movement. So continue doing movements to continue like getting full range of motion, and like maintaining our routine, right? But not necessarily pushing so hard that we are continuing to wear out our central nervous system and allowing for a little bit of recovery. So that's the plan today, and we're going to do that with some deadlifts and bench like we normally would. But let's warm up first. Oh, I forgot to do the supplement thing. I'm gonna just do it real quick before for 6 weeks. I'm gonna be deloading after like 2 to 3 weeks. Gmal, hello. Yeah, no, I mean 6 weeks is my current thing. Like I really try to feel it out, and honestly 6 weeks is a stretch. Like that is as long as I will go. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. Yeah, usually it is usually 4 weeks is my rule, but lately I've been feeling a little less injury prone. Now that I'm starting to marathon train again, it's possible that it's going to kick up again, and I'm going to be cutting back more. Shoot. Ooh. But welcome in, Gmal. Appreciate the kind words. We start off with some Mario steps, pushing off that opposite foot, getting a nice little glute and hamstring flex. Warm up that posterior chain before we do deadlifts. Swinging the arms as much as I possibly can. Again, just trying to get range of motion going. I employ the 7th week protocol, aka after week 6 I deload specifically. Hey, that ain't bad. It's funny how that swings for folks. Like I know folks who are like pretty well into training and can do like 8 or 9 weeks without a deload. I went hard on the squats 2 weeks ago, and I felt this shock. Oh my gosh. I haven't maxed out in so long. Gonna do some inchworms. Normally one would do these kind of like in a line, but I do them back and forth. So feet back, hips back, down into a press up, push up, walk it back up, pushing the hips back behind the feet, open it up big and wide. And we'll do that 3 or 4 times. People who just PR every day for years. You know, something about it. Like, I know part of it is genetic. There are some folks who just like are somehow constantly in calorie maintenance or surplus and can just go and go and go. Finally feeling better after some sciatic nerve pain. Super need to get some movement in. Exactly the motivation I need today. Well, I'm pleased to provide it. Pleased to provide it now, Bella. So we'll do a little bit of yoga. Then on the knees, stretching back, opening up the quads a bit, falling forward. Child's pose. Reaching out with the fingertips. Exhaling back into the hips. Maybe I'm wiggling this out a little bit. I'm getting a really nice stretch right across these lats and back of my arms. And I'll reach out to the right. And again, just sink back into the hips. Reaching out to the other side. So Gmal, do you normally do like powerlifting training, bodybuilder stuff? What's your route? I know it can be reductive to put it into categories like that, but downward dog. I'm gonna pedal it out a little bit. I've got some Achilles discomfort, which is alarming. But tomorrow's a rest day, so I'll be all right. Started to rain. I had to run down and take in the washing. I was out of breath. Need more conditioning in my life. Could do 12 weeks consistent without a deload. Way I see it is I'm not in a rush, so I don't mind. I mean, that's the way to look at it, right? How far are you going to get in the next couple of years if you just like take it easy, you know? You have an excellent day of workout. Love to see you kill your niche here. Say power building, basically. Somewhere in the middle, because like bodybuilding and strength is like, ah, yes, okay. Yeah, I would say I'm kind of in the same vein. My goal right now is to break 1,000 in my lifts. So I'm not compared to some of the other lifters on Twitch, I'm really not as strong. But I'm starting up marathon training again, and I don't know. I just want to get stronger or keep my level of strength, and also do distance running, which is a lot to ask of my body. But doing a deep yogi squat, I'm letting my posture fall back here, but pinning those shoulders back, pushing the knees out, and we can kind of wriggle this out too. Just kind of move around on those ankles, and then we'll do a little hamstring stretch. Whew. There we go. Not allowed to say I'm not strong in either. I got you. I just mean like comparatively, right? Like I'm not deadlifting 400 pounds like most folks are. Notice your Crocs. Heck yes, Crocs toy. That's right. Can I show you my Crocs? Here we go, baby. Yes! Look at these. I love them. Don't encourage the Crocs. How dare you? Did my first raid in FF14. Ooh, how'd it go? I have done no raids in MMOs. I've done strikes in Destiny, and that's probably the closest I've ever gotten. Crocs are the best. He'll die in this hill. You will be welcome here. Chaotic, huh? Oh, see, that's my understanding of raids, is that it is just like they can be a really good time. It just takes so long, you know? It's like what? Some raids can be like 3 or 4 hours, yeah? Bell, you can't just like drop links without giving me a heads up. You can't just do that. What is that? Someone else clear that for me before I click on it. Actually, no. Wait a minute. That's far too long, right? Couldn't see for most of it because the HUD element was in the way, but I've changed it now. Here we go. Damn it, no! Hang on. I'm ratting you out. I'm telling the rest of my team about this. I'm writing a senator right now. Unbelievably. Unbelievable that I keep falling for that and forgetting that that's what you're doing. Hello, Bell. Bell is the best. Some of the raids in FF14 take literally minutes, though. Oh, really? Okay. 10 minutes. That ain't bad. I feel like there was a Destiny raid that was like 2 hours long. Also, I had 3 hours sleep since I woke up on Wednesday, so brain's a little bit fried. Noodle, it's quite okay. It is quite okay. I'm just glad you're here. It made my Friday. I want to change the vibe. Okay. We're going to get prepped on some deadlifts. I do the first one the hard way. Borgs, are you still here? If so, happy Friday. I hope I greeted you appropriately. So we're going to get into deadlifts, band pulls, and just some warm-up stuff. Basically, this warm-up sequence is going to be to warm up the upper back, warm up the chest, and to just like get the deadlifts in. I try to not do a ton of supersetting when I'm doing compound moves, but I like to save time. Throw a 45 on. But I'd love to hear some positive things folks have going on right now. Again, this isn't like a good vibes only thing, but I want to make sure we're making space for the good stuff too. Push-ups. Red band, baby. Red band. Band pulls. You inspired me to start trying to eat better. Oh, Noodle. What are you thinking? Was there something that you were really working on? Obviously, you don't have to answer, but that's really great. Thank you so much for sharing that.
My wife.
Hey, Vile. Welcome in. How you doing? That's some band pulls. And we're gonna start working in. Just finished my chest workout. Boss. How'd it go? What'd you do? You saw my YouTube video? YouTube? Oh, you talking about YouTube? Boy, mate. I'm sorry, that was really bad. That's a bad impression. I don't want to give you all the wrong impression. Maybe I should give you all no impression. Oh, that's the wrong thing. There you go. Living vicariously through you today. Got plantar fasciitis. Oh my gosh.
Right. The
Boys and Goose Go. Boys and Chosen Specialty. Gil Goose Go. Goose Go. Boys. Oh, Monk, I'm so sorry. As someone who has had plantar fasciitis before, I wish you the best, my friend. It takes time, but it is it does heal. It does heal. It just sucks. I'm so sorry, my friend. What's your treatment plan? I want to drop some weight, take some pressure off my back, just for aesthetics. Try to eat less carbs and more fruit and veggies. Ooh, that's a good shout. That's a good shout. Yeah, I found with my snacking, it's been easier for me to do more like fruits and veggies and fewer like carby snacks when I allow myself to have like a little bit of a fat with my snack. So, you know, I will pretty often cut up an apple as a snack. And just having like a tablespoon of peanut butter or a little bit of cheese with it has been like really helpful for managing appetite. Lou, have a great lurk. But that's great, Noodle. Ooh. Ooh. We got a wellness minute. We got a wellness minute. We got a wellness minute. All right. We can, we'll get that wellness minute in. Just doing a few stretches and I guess losing more weight. I don't really know. Going to see a podiatrist hopefully soon. I actually have no idea what you're even meant to do. Yeah, it's really, if you are in most cases where I've seen people get plantar fasciitis, it has been entirely like muscle tightness that has progressed through like the upper hip into the calves and then down into the foot in such a way that like it is extremely painful. I feel you. I feel you. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. And just like feel like let yourself rest if you can, Monk. That's really hard. A lot of sensory issues around food, so it's going to be a struggle. What are some of the ones that you go back to normally? Like some of your positive foods. All right, let's get this wellness minute in. Let me pause the Hey everyone, how are we doing today? My name is Joe, aka Cool Runnings. I use he, him pronouns. I'm a variety streamer and welcome to today's Wellness Minute. Today's Wellness Minute is about separating your effort. So when we think about working out, usually we are very tempted to go to this idea of, if I'm gonna work out, I need to push hard. I need to push super duper hard. I need to get myself totally burnt out. And I'm here to tell you that's not the case, right? If you are strength training, you should not be pushing for PRs every single lift of every single week. If you are running, you should not be running as fast as you can, getting your heart rate as high as it can go every time you run. Should you do that sometimes? Yes, but a general rule is that you should follow the Pareto principle, the 80-20 principle. This is oversimplified, right? Everyone's different, but if you think about your effort, if you think about your weekly workouts, 20% of those workouts can pretty safely be in the zone of like, I'm pushing hard and I'm trying to kind of like push my body to its limits. The other 80% of your workouts should be within a range that is manageable for you. Now, different training cycles are going to be different. You may encounter some like powerlifting training that has peak weeks and really high volume weeks. But for most folks, if you're getting started, if you're continuing in training, if you want to prevent injury and make a lifetime habit out of fitness, practice the 80-20 rule. Don't be pushing yourself every single day. Take the days to adjust your effort, run at kind of this mid-level, and then make sure you take your rest days seriously too. So separate your efforts, work hard when you work hard, work not so hard when you're also working. Does that make sense? That's today's Wellness Minute. Patty, stop it. Makes so much sense to me because I get cramped in my left leg absolutely every night almost. Yeah. Yeah. So it could be, Monk. It could be you have like a, gosh, I don't want to say, oh gosh, a strength imbalance. That's the term I'm trying to think of. You could be that you have a strength imbalance between your legs. If you go and see a physical therapist, chances are they're going to have you do a lot of single leg movements. Like with my Achilles acting up right now, I know that I have an imbalance. I know that like my hips are tight, my hammies are tight, my adductors are tight, and that's what's causing some of my Achilles discomfort. So, wait a minute, what? Great noodle. Ooh. Ooh. We got a wellness minute. We got a wellness minute. Oh my God. Thank you, Belle, for the clip. I appreciate you. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. But yeah, that's today's wellness minute. Let me know how you feel about it. I would love your thoughts and feedback on if I have expressed that correctly. Just joshing around. Thank you so much for the lurk. Welcome in, friend. I'm gonna real quick get this. We just gotta throw 20 pounds on here. No, 15 pounds. Because we're going for 255. I was too lazy to take out my calculator last night, so I may have calculated this incorrectly. But this should be about the effort that I want to run at. Push-ups. I have an imbalance. Blood clots my right leg. Seem to use my left leg more. Thought that would cause issues in my right leg. I got you. I got you. Yeah, especially when following up from a blood clot. I know a couple of people that have dealt with that, and it can be a really hard long-term thing to manage. Really hard. Wingnut, hello. How are you doing? Callie, thank you. And man, blah, blah, blah. Michael, hi. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Happy Friday, Wingnut. Wingnut, did you get it in today? I have been not on Twitch as much as I normally am on a Friday morning. A couple of things to knock out at work. Ugh. How you doing? But yeah, Monk. I mean, I think if you're able to see someone, you will probably get the feedback that what you got going on can be pretty well fixed by physical therapy. As you said, probably like 2 to 3 weeks before you stop experiencing like that really intense pain from walking. But then after that, 3 or 4 more weeks of just like continual strength work, and you'll see improvements. So stick with it. Do your homework. That can be really challenging. Taking my pants off. Taking my pants off. Ooh, got the Paramore coming on the playlist here. I'm gonna sit on this. I'm gonna sit on the bar. Remember, I had killer shin splints when I did cross country in high school. Shin splints are like, ooh, the silent killer. Stop that real quick. Yeah, shin splints can be tough because shin splints can be blamed on. There's so many things, right? Like it all comes down to muscle tightness and over recruitment of the calves, but like that can be caused by muscle imbalance that could be caused by differences in form. Not like warming up beforehand and not stretching afterward. My chest workout went fine. I want to start another new workout, like abs and forearm workouts. You mean like today? You want to work out twice today? Once managed to get shin splints from driving too much, so not fun. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my back is super sensitive to long drives. Like, I've been trying to research that for years. Like, what I can do to make it so that my back doesn't hurt so much when I drive. Like, it's the brain freeze of the legs. Oh my gosh. That's such an interesting way to put it. Do you like treat it like you treat brain freeze by like licking the roof of your mouth? That's it. When you get shin splints, you gotta lick the roof of your mouth. I'm licking the roof of my mouth right now. Can you tell? I'm sorry. Can't long distance drive by myself. I don't want to fall asleep and do a forever sleep. Has anyone else in chat fallen asleep while driving? I can think of 3 specific instances in my life where I have fallen asleep for unknown amounts of time. You can do them later, further do them in other days. No, you should do them other days, I guess is what the reason I was asking the question is I was going to encourage you to just like consider your day done. But yeah, like I get tightness in my left hip that makes my lower back hurt a ton when I'm driving. This was the single most terrifying experience of my life because it's such a loss of control, right? Like sleeping is this very safe thing. It's this thing that we say like, this is what I'm doing when I am feeling comfortable in my surroundings. And then when it just like overtakes you while you're doing something so important as driving. Feels like the ultimate betrayal. Oh, how's it going? Gosh, it's going so well. How's the metaverse, my dude? Y'all should go check out friend of the stream, Paul STL. We will be playing The Forest with Paul and Sam Analytical on Sunday. I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'm free the whole day. I just can't remember what time we decided on. Fascinates me about sleep. So when you fall asleep, time just disappears. Now you're just now awake after falling asleep seconds ago. Yeah, I try not to think about that. That freaks me out. The day off today to be productive when the headset turns up. Yeah, so I consider that to be a productive day. Two p.m. my time. Okay, I was right. I had like a second guess of like, was the time that I put on my calendar actually correct? It hurts my brain. Imagine that's how dying would be like. No, that's valid, Belle. I think the same thing. Like, why should this be allowed to happen? I've been able to put those thoughts into words. Well, I'm glad you could do it here today. I'm honored. Yeah, it really freaked me out when I was younger. Right around, I think, age like 12, 13. So I wish I could say I was lying to you, like making this up, but I'm not. I got so freaked out about it that I started to like do a lot of like personal research. into lucid dreaming and like how to control your sleep. And so when I was, I think by the time I was 15, I had like a really full dream journal. And then I went back and read a bunch of it, got really embarrassed, and checked it. So that no longer exists. I don't know if anyone else has done dream journaling. Why are you looking so vascular? Because I'm hungry, Eddie. That's pretty much it. It's because I'm hungry. That's right. I was gonna look at but thank you. It's kind of you to know this. Yeah, the cut is working. And I am just about ready to be done with said cut. How do I view the ad manager isn't showing up on my stream manager? And I want to look at it so I can know when I should stop doing stuff. You know what I mean? Sorry, folks. Yes. Panels. Come on. How do I add you? Sorry, friends. I promise I'll be done with this soon. This is just like really important. Can you all please just let me know when we start rolling ads? Because I have no way to see it right now. Yeah, I just can't. They don't want me to see it. I figured it would roll at the hour mark. Okay. It is done per hour, but I'm not sure when that hour counts, right? So if it follows the ad manager that I set up, it will run in 3 minutes. But I want to know for sure, and I want to have like a visual marker so that I can like, you know, actually take a break and cut away. Maybe if I just shut up about it and keep doing my thing, that would be less intrusive. Did you get a notification? I did not. I was just looking for the manager, because there should be a little panel that you can do on the side. Ooh, pulled up my shorts too much. Hams! Welcome in, Hams. Two sets down. I'll let you know. Thank you, Callie. Worth a channel point redeem. Tell us that ads are running or just ran for recaps. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, so the problem is that my the VRAM on my PC is so bad that if I start running other videos while I'm doing this, it is probably going to mess up stream quality. So we'll try it. We'll try it. See how it works. I am all done with push-ups though. We just have to do band warm-ups. We're done. 1, 2, 1, 2. Push-ups are done. Band pulls are done. few more sets of deadlifts. We'll just start doing a little more rotator cuff warm up. And his eyes are flaming glow. And pull across from the corner. How we doing? Apart from the obvious, we're doing okay. Apart from the obvious, I appreciate you, Hams. I appreciate you for knowing. Not enough screen for Twitch dashboard. So I have Twitch dashboard. It's just on the dashboard there should be a panel for ads, and it's not showing up. But it's cool. I'm sure there will be at least one person in chat who can tell me. What's going on? Toasty. Toasty in here today. Got pulled into another raid, free food, really bad sensory issues, a lot of veggies and stuff. Diet is mostly carbs. So are there veggies that you feel better with, Noodle? How do you do with spinach? Spinach was my go-to when I hated vegetables. Because there was a time in my life where I really struggled to eat vegetables. But like spinach and sauteed spinach were the ones that I could get done. Okay. 2 more sets of deadlifts. Then we'll move on into bench. I will, I'm gonna close preview. But yeah, Hams, I'm doing okay. Work has been all right this week. We canned last night. I can't believe I forgot to talk about this right off the bat. We canned up 16 pints of jam. 32 jars of fresh strawberry jam that are all going to be tucked away down here for our enjoyment throughout the year. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Generally don't do green stuff. Something about the taste I just can't deal with. The only veg I really like is raw carrot. Bit better with fruits though. Word. The thing I like about spinach is that I don't really taste it, you know? Like you get fresh spinach and you fold it into other things. Like the same thing goes with kale, right? Space Marine, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. I don't really taste spinach so much. Saute it up with like other things, or like mix it in with eggs or all that, and like as long as you add enough like hot sauce or other seasonings, okay, you don't taste it so much. Damn, that's a lot of jam. Yeah, no, we're super proud. We're super proud. It's been really hard to find time for stuff like that this year, and the fact that we made it happen is just. Fills me with pride. I would love to share it with y'all, but I will be sharing it with you when we do our big breakfast stream. That is coming. That is coming. Date has not been announced for that yet. But y'all did earn it. So it is on its way. All right, I'm going to set up a dumbbell tricep overhead press up in a moment here. We are coming up on the time that the thing might happen. I think he's gonna run at 107. Teddy's being a menace again. What's Teddy doing? What's our boy doing? Hey Teddy, straighten up. Listen to your human. Disobedience doesn't look good on you, Teddy. Oh, now I'm thinking Westworld though. Keeps dropping his butt under his feet. Oh, that's a shame. Problem I'm very familiar with, Teddy. I'm sorry to hear it. You mean like, is there, I guess like raised, no, bro, he's okay. I'm trying to think of what workout would have you putting your butt under your feet. And, I mean, I guess it would be like leg lifts. Leg lifts would do that. If you're doing like elevated hamstring bridges or glute bridges, your butt would be under your feet and that would be a good thing. All right, no deads. Yeah, but if your butt is like underneath your feet when you're squatting, like you could get pretty close. You wouldn't be squatting anymore. You'd be sitting down, right? I'm trying to think if I'm thinking of this incorrectly. Like, am I just conceptualizing this wrong? He's going ass over toes. Oh, wait, it'd be toes over. You know what? I did all my deadlifts. That's all that matters. Okay, let's get this put away. I was hoping that this would align with our ad break. Doesn't. First round done. Space Marine, how's your day going? Happy Friday. If your arch is under your feet while you're squatting, you're probably falling over. This is the truth. Truth that no one wants to hear. Doctors hate him. That's the meme, right? Callie, was there something you wanted to ask about today? I can't remember. Brain is running on not full capacity today.
My shoulder angel.
Don't listen to that guy. He's trying to lead you down
You
the
run.
path of righteousness. I'm going to lead you down the path that rocks.
Drexel! Yoo-hoo! Thank you so much for that resub! 3 months! Let's go! Let's go! Thank you so much! Oh, and hello. Hello and welcome back. How are you? Talking about moving balls out of the toy box, he's actually going to kill someone. Like, yes, you want to fetch, but dropping the ball under my feet on the stairs is not safe. No. None of that. Good stretch for legs, hips, and lower back. Yes. Okay. Let me catch up and then I will do that. Having a good day. Hope all the other people in chat are having a good day too. We're working on it. I'm working on it. But Traxel, thank you so much for that support. Feels like less though. Time flies, right? Where did it go? Where did it go? Thank you so much for that support. Thank you. It's ring fit. My lower back is slightly grumpy. Tough day in history, but what can you do? You know, and we've been having that same discussion all day. It's like, granted, we haven't been live for that long, but like, yeah, like, I think today is a really good day to grieve, to think about what we want to do to move forward, and just to, you know, for folks that are impacted, or for if people you care about are going to be impacted by the Roe v. Wade overturning, like, breathe today, right? Sit with those feelings and recognize what it means to you. See them, and it'll be all right. We're gonna get through this. It's not gonna. It's not just gonna go over. Like, no way in hell. Time is for real. Thank you. You really help a lot of people. It's the minute I can do. Oh, thank you, Traxel. But yeah, Anne, I'm really glad you're here. Struggling through life. I mean, we're thriving. We're thriving as much as we can. I'm really glad you're here, Anne. I mean that. How good are you with emotes? Like making them? So, like, say more, Lou. I'm happy to help because I know you're just fresh Philly. Go ahead. Yes. We're gonna talk about legs, hips, and lower back stretches. So, if you are experiencing like lower back soreness, like hip soreness, a couple of stretches that you can do. The one that I always start with is like hamstrings, right? So I think a lot of times we can forget, and I'm gonna hike up my shorts a little bit here, right? So this part of my lower back is on a string, for lack of a better term, a string of muscles that run through my hip and down into the front of my legs, right? So if my quads are tight, then they're going to be taking on a lot of tension that is going to pull on these muscles in my lower back, and they're going to make me sore, right? So if you are experiencing a lot of soreness when you're sitting down, especially in that lower back area, chances are, like, you just need a little work on your quads, and that's okay. So if you are like super sore after a workout, Callie was talking about Ring Fit, a couple of things you can do, and it's okay if you gotta grab like a chair or another piece of support here. Just get into that lunge position, right? As much as your body will allow, and just kind of lean forward, right? And you're leaning forward, you're doing a little bit of a stretch in the soleus here, but you're focusing more on creating length along your hips here. If you gotta lean back a little bit, that's okay. Leaning back, if you have a support, you're gonna get a nice little stretch in your quads, but just kind of like working here, honestly. You can throw a pillow under this knee if you want to, that can be really helpful. But just kind of do that for a little bit, right? Stretch it out forward. And we'll do the other leg just to even it out. But when you have DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, excuse me, through buildup of lactic acid, or if you've got like straight up muscle injuries, right? Just moving around can be really helpful. Next thing that I'll say is a hamstring stretch, which I think looks a little weird, but is one that is really helpful for me. As much as you can possibly go down to grab your toes, I'll try to make this a little bit easier to see. As much as you can possibly go down to grab your toes, the outside of your feet, the inside of your feet, you're just going to extend up as much as you can. I think sometimes even if we don't feel like we have really tight hamstrings, once we start to like put ourselves in this position, and I'll turn so you can see. So I'm holding my feet and I'm pushing those hips back, try to get a nice stretch all the way through here. I'm not just sitting there static, right? I'm going to do this a couple times. So that's another one. The DOMS! Oh, shoot. Oh no. Did I stop talking right when the ads were done? What was the last thing you heard? Take two. Do you use a jack for your deadlift bar? Space Marine, I do. Shout out to Borgamax, who tried to gift me one. I already had one. Making one, but I'm wondering if I should make the background transparent or solid. Lou, I would make your background on your emote transparent. You gotta balance it out. Oh, okay, yes. So if you're here, you're doing this stretch, right? I'm trying to get a good stretch here, good stretch along the front of the thighs. You can put a pillow underneath either one of those knees. And you know, the thing I think we forget with stretching sometimes is just like, if it doesn't hurt, like wiggle it around a little bit, right? I know phrasing there, right? But see, like, what are your hips open to doing? And like, what feels right? What feels good? You can lean back if this is comfortable for you. Lean back and kind of like post that that heel up. Most folks are probably going to be here, right? Because of mobility. Hamstrings are the next one, and this is, I basically did this the entire time y'all were on ads. But to whatever extent that you can, kind of get down here and touch your feet, even if that's like here, right? Grab your toes, grab the inside of your feet, and you're just going to push those hips back and stretch out those hamstrings. You're not going to do it as a static stretch, right? We're not just going to like push ourselves up here and then like hang out here until it hurts. I'll show this a different way too. We'll get down there, we'll grab those toes, and I'm just going to push those hips up as much as my hamstrings will allow. And just kind of like pump that out 8 to 12 times. For as many times as your body allows. Of course, Lou. Gotta work for a bit. Just for sharing my 7th month doing CrossFit yesterday, I started with Olympic lifting classes, and I'm feeling amazing. Yes! Yes, I'm so glad for you, Traxel. Ollie lifting is something else. So those are two, Callie. The other one, I would say, trying to think of like how to best describe this one. So sitting cross-legged is probably not helping the back. Yeah, avoid that where you can, right? Try to stand up and get moving around a little bit every 2 hours. Other one I would say, the thing that I do to warm up every day, right, is stand on one leg and drive the other knee up. And you can hold on to something while you're doing this, right? But when you push that other leg up, you're going to feel that opposite glute tighten. Gonna feel real good. Have an amazing day and weekend. Gonna be back. See you, chat. Traxel. Catch you later. All right, let's get some bench going, Callie, and let me know if you have any other questions on that, because I'm happy to help. So continuing with the deload moves. Curious about your thoughts on this. Well, Keen, thank you for the host. Went outside to do some running, was jogging on flat ground, was getting winded and felt stress in my legs, specifically the knees and shins. Started to change it up, instead do sprints up a hill, and that felt so great. I was just flying up the hill, no noticeable stress in the legs, just felt good. Guessing, but it's because the jogging was very impact heavy because of the bounciness, or sprinting was more like climbing. So I do have some thoughts, and let me get things set up, and then I'll talk to you about that, because that sends off form flags in my brain. This is one of those things that I really enjoy talking about too, because it is mythically complicated for many people. But also, giant hello, welcome back. Good to see you. Nope. Too close. Drop this down all the way. Ooh. Weird. Break my bench. Where did this come from? Yo, that's not good. Sorry, folks. Hang on. I don't know where this bolt came from. I need to find out before I do any lifts. Back from the mechanic. It's gonna be a hot one out there today. I've had too much Pride Fun, have a headache, but maintenance is coming soon. I just want to nap. Oh, Gaston, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm glad we had fun though. No such thing as too much, am I right? Am I right? Gosh. Oh. Okay. I literally had a collar under the bench. But where does this go? Oh, there it is. It's a good thing I didn't sit down super hard on that, because that would have just like snapped my collar in half. All right, sorry for the delay. That was very strange. These weights on here. We'll start doing some overhead tricep press. Right. Sorry for the delay, folks. Did have fun. It's good to get out. Ton of anxiety because Proud Boys threatened a bunch of Pride events. You know, I think they'd be done by now. The unfortunate thing about today is that it does embolden. I mean, there's a lot of unfortunate things about today, but part of it is emboldening people like that. And it's just disgraceful. Giant, I want to answer your question. So, one of the reasons that you might be feeling better running on hills than you do running on flat ground, it's largely going to be a form issue. When people talk about running form, what they'll probably tell you is that you should be falling forward, right? And for that reason, it's going to be really hard for me to illustrate this. If you are running, you are taking steps, and ideally, your hips, for the most part, are going to be in front of your toes. If you are running on flat ground and you're stepping out and leading with that foot, you are basically creating this like scooping motion with your calf. I mean, if you like stand in one spot and you just like straight down, just like tap your foot, right? If you push that foot into the ground, chances are you're not just going to feel that in your calf, you're going to feel that like all the way up your leg, into your hams, into your glutes, like you might even be feeling it in your quads. But if you are stepping with your toes in front of you, you're probably landing on the ball of your foot with every step. And if you just try to like put your foot out and like pull on it, you're going to be feeling that like in the top of your calf and right behind your knee. And that's where we get a lot of stress on knees when we run, is because we're leading with our feet, pushing off the balls of our feet. Like If you're sprinting, you should, but if you're just on a jog, you should be trying to land right in the middle of your feet every time, so that you're using that full trunk. If you're running uphill, like gravity is naturally going to do a little bit of that for you. You're going to have to push from lower on your trunk in order to get up that hill. This is so hard to explain without running. But I mean, that's part of it, right? So as a goal, like focus on different cues when you're running. Try to get your chin in front of your chest. If you are really struggling with like getting that toe out first, focus on running in a way that keeps your chin in front of your chest. Like that's a really good start. You can lower your cadence too, to where you're taking more steps per minute. If you have a running watch or like any other sort of fitness tracker, sometimes they will give you a cadence reading. And I think I should do my next set. Maybe Garmin will actually let me pull up my stats on here. You should be leaning forwards more. Yes. Yeah. Try to lean forward more. Try to strike on the ball of your foot, or like this is really weird to talk about, right? But like if you consider like if you consider like this is your foot, right? Most of the time we are like trained to think that we should be striking like right here. Like here's our toes and here's the ball of our foot that we want to like propel off of if we're sprinting. But really we should try to land somewhere in this middle zone. I know. It's like, again, it's so hard to talk through without actually running. And Giant, if something you can do, if you want to send me a video of you running on a treadmill, I will gladly help as much as I can. Try to give you a little more specific feedback. Miguel, thank you so much for the stretch. I will take you up on that momentarily.
My wife.
Thank you for the my wife. How did you know? Running and noodle have never gone together. You know, running just isn't for everyone, and that is a-okay. There are so many good ways to get cardio. So many good ways to get cardio. So Giant, if you're still around, I'd love to share something else with you, if you're interested. My screen is just like lighting me up right now. Let me see. Let me see how this works. Cool. All right. I'm gonna see like, wow, that is so small. I'm gonna expand it a little bit. Is that on top of chat or under chat? Okay. Yeah, so what you'll see here, so this is, hang on. Uh-oh. Whoop. All right, there we go. That's better. So we got elevation, pace, heart rate, and run cadence. And run cadence is going to be the steps per minute measure. So if you look, you will see, like, up top, we've got a hill. Looks like, what, 20, just like 20 feet? Not a huge hill. Oh no, about an 80 feet of hill climb, right? So we've got 700 feet, and as we go up, if you look at the top and the bottom charts, you see that, like, my steps per minute is increasing. My steps per minute my steps per minute, hi there, is increasing as I'm going up the hill and as I'm increasing my cadence to help me manage the push of getting up to the top of that hill. And so at the top of the hill, my steps per minute gets up really high, and then it starts to drop again as I flatten out. And so that's putting a lot less stress on my legs and on my calves in particular as I get to the top of that movement. So just another thing to think about, like, you know, metrics can be really helpful in that regard, like just looking at that little chart. And it's just fun too, right? So sorry if I'm over explaining it, my friend, but yeah, offers open if you put yourself on a treadmill and, like, record yourself from the side or record yourself from the back, whether you send it to me or not. Oh, I like swimming, doesn't hurt my back. Noodle, I wish I still had a good place to swim. I used to have a really good pool that I could go to, and I really like to swim after I lift. Hams, have a great lurk. Recording from the back, I bet you do. Oh boy. Miguel, I'm gonna get this stretch in. I have to find a treadmill. Word. Yeah, and no pressure, right? It's a big ask. Stretch right across here, opening up that palm. Stretch the other side. People have asked some really good questions today. Thank you so much, everyone. This knowledge is free. It should be free. Sounds great for me. Getting from my room to the car to the pool and back is another matter entirely. I'm really excited for you to get an eval, my friend. And remember that your path is your path, you know? Whatever fitness looks like for you, whatever wellness looks like for you, does not have to conform to what it looks like for someone else. Keen. Thank you, Keen. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Balance is individual. It is. It is. You know, for hey, I love you. It's gonna look different for everyone, right? Like, your timeline's gonna look different. I appreciate you.
My wife.
Thank you. There it is. Is it still there? Yeah. Do you want to throw it away? It's probably nasty. Okay. It's like, part of me would have just said to, like, save it. I don't know why. It's time for water. Been drinking aminos. People mistakenly think that balance means that everyone should do everything in moderation. Some people can't handle eating a moderate amount of ice cream or a moderate amount of alcohol, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. It is okay to just like remove things from your life if you don't feel like you can moderate them, right? That goes for like things and people. Things, habits, people. Yeah. I don't drink as much as I used to because I really struggle with the drink in moderation. Like it for a while for me, it was just really hard. I don't know what it was. But like I'd pick up a drink and I'd end up with 5. I've come a long way with it for sure. No more watching the news today, I'll just read it. That is the way. You could disconnect a lot easier when you're reading it. Bradley. How we doing, Bradley? Silent but Bradley is here. How we doing? My friend. Let me see if I can. Did I do that correctly? I did. I'm doing okay. Considering the state of the world, I'm doing okay. Me too, it'll always be the case. Stopped drinking last summer because I have an addiction problem. It runs, I'm not ashamed to talk about it. Like, it runs in my family. We've had a lot of people in my family who have struggled with alcoholism. Yeah, it's a damn mess. Yeah. I would say that I have a drinking problem. I'm actually quite good at it. I don't have a drinking problem. But like, I think you raise a really important point, Giant, that like trying moderation can be good, but sometimes moderation just doesn't work. And if moderation doesn't work and something is harming you, get it out of your life. Okay, we're all done with tricep overhead. Here we go. We got one more set of bench, and then we're moving into our next piece. Really addictive personality, so I have to be careful. Yeah, that's why I don't play MMOs. If you ever wonder, like, Joe seems like someone who would enjoy WoW, or Joe seems like someone who would enjoy Elder Scrolls Online, or Joe seems like someone who would enjoy Lost Ark. I gotta draw a line. I'll try them out. But I can't keep going. Times in your life where you need to live an unbalanced life. That's true too. That's true too. Yeah, none of this is to say like it's not okay to splurge on things, To like have a little enjoyment. Found in a few drinks would make me feel anxiety after a big gathering. Thought it was an anxiety issue. Turns out alcohol just makes my heart race because I have a weird sensitivity to it. Pretty much entirely sober now. And see, like, that's incredible that you found your way to understanding that, Anne. That's huge. Thank you for sharing that. It's enough of 14 playtime. I think that got a lot of people these last 2 years, and that's okay. You're going through medical school, your social life is going to suffer, and that's just how it is. Yeah. No, I mean, like, I've had periods with work where, like, I've just understood, like, I'm not going to have balance right now. Like, I will be able to balance my life later, but right now, this is going to be a bit of a slog. And I'll get through it. But, like, yeah, there are some times where you do just got to kind of tough things out. Especially with the knowledge that it's going to get better soon, It's when it gets to the point of, like, you can't see that a period of, like, balance coming up, or, like, you cannot see a time when that's going to change, that it becomes problematic. Look, very lean today. Oh, thank you, Brad. Yeah, cut's working. I've fallen off a little bit, so my progress has slowed, but there is still progress, and I'm happy about it. Felt good to know it's not just in my head. That's got to be really comforting. I'm undiagnosed ADHD, so I suck at balancing stuff. I feel like more folks have talked about like getting a diagnosis later on in life, and that's so important. To just like seek out what you need and get the treatment that you need. There's no shame in that, right? It's like having allergies, getting allergy medication so you're not constantly sneezing, right? That's me. I use allergy medication. I'm not shaming that. Just the way my body works. And there's a way that I can make it better, so I make it better. That's all ADHD med is. That's all anxiety medication is. No, thank you, Bread. Likely to have other cooler superpowers. I mean, that's true. That's true. Okay, one more set of bench. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not excited about RDLs, but I'll do them. All done. I'm sorry, that's not to shame anyone who doesn't want to get a diagnosis for what they have going on, because that's okay too. I'm just saying, nothing going, no reason to feel ashamed of doing so. Want to get a diagnosis with NHS wait times are a thing. I've heard that it is particularly hard in the UK. Particularly difficult. We had a community member go through getting a diagnosis recently, and they shared very openly about it, and I was really appreciative of that because it helped me understand that, like, you know, like healthcare in the US sucks. It does, but where it sucks a little less over in the UK, it's still just like you gotta wait a long time sometimes. Knowing it's half the battle sometimes to help you validate you and what your needs are. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot of power in just like knowing that what you're asking for or what you need is an okay thing to want or need. Like, we don't always need to feel normal, but it can help to feel like what our perception of normal is. We're not alone in it. Okay. We're gonna do some RDLs. Some 25s on here. RDLs and pull-ups. I may try to do some single leg RDLs. I do not know if my body is gonna handle that today. That's a really nice shirt, nice colors. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Currently raising money to go to private for medical transition because the NHS gender clinic waiting times are literally years. That's terrible. Do you think, like, the, I know, like, the political compass over there is not great. The political trajectory is not great, but do you think that that looks like it could improve in the coming years? That's a really nice button. I didn't even see it. Come on, Buttspot. Thank you, Brad. Happy Pride. Yeah, we are done with our fundraising for now. Wait, what is this? Weird. Okay. Wasn't a plug. Just trying to give an example of how. No. It's really okay. It's really okay. I didn't take it that way. But yes, happy Pride, everyone. If you're not to answer, does the NHS provide easy access to things that mitigate long wait time, like puberty blockers? I think it's only going to get worse for trans people. Yeah, that's the trajectory that I have heard things are on. Can I ask you, were you always an ally? Like, what about prior to the queer movement spoke to you that you'd be vocal about it in this way? Wow, that's a good question, Giant. So what I will say is that when I was a young boy, I lived in a conservative, homogenous hometown where we didn't talk about being gay. Sorry, I'm not just gonna sing the whole thing. But yeah, no, like I grew up in a community where like things like that were just mostly silenced, right? And I had a couple of people that, you know, in the particular area that I lived in, we had like this like very like toxic male youth culture, right? Where like, what's up with that? It turned into a musical. PT Blue, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. Homogenous, what's up with that? We talk about milk. But yeah, no, like, you know, it was just like, it was like the thing that young boys did that, like, you know, dads would, like, tell them not to be so gay, or like to stop being a little queer and, you know, grow up and like stop crying, and like all of these like super toxic masculine things. And so like I saw that and like hated it, right? Like every like I think I was at one point like socialized to like believe that those things were acceptable and funny, and then like I started to more and more understand that that wasn't okay. But you know, it wasn't just me, right? Like it was having people. PT Blue, thank you for joining. I'm glad you're here. We're just kind of talking about like growth into allyhood, so kind of an interesting time to join. But like, yeah, it was just kind of like as I went through life, like meeting and like having more friends who like felt comfortable like telling me that they were gay, that they were coming out, that you know, like I wrestled in high school. One of my first wrestling partners, like he was gay and he like talked to me about it. He's like, I just want you to know, like, this is completely separate. Like, I think he was afraid that I would like put him on the spot and be like grossed out, but he's like, that is a different set of feelings than what I am experiencing here. Like, this is competition. And like, we became really good friends. But, you know, I went into like the kind of work that I did after I graduated. Like, I did a lot of like classes and a lot of unlearning about what I had learned growing up, about like assumptions about the LGBTQIA community, about, you know, how we define gender, how we define manhood, how we define all of these different things. And so the last, like, I don't know, like 8 years of my life, I've been thinking really critically about like what it means to be a man in the United States and what it means to be a cis man and a hetero man. And, you know, through that, I guess when I applied for Cosmic Hearts, I really wanted to, and when I started streaming, right, like I wanted to, knowing that I present as the kind of person who is like hyper masculine and maybe doesn't totally align with, like, I think people get intimidated by the way that I look and act sometimes, and that's an assumption on my part. And so like actively trying to push back against that and create a safe and comfortable space for people while still like opening the door for someone who may not necessarily like know everything about how to speak towards allyship and how to speak about racial justice and social justice and all these things, and like think that it's more fun to make fun of them than it is to engage in them. I want to like have the open door, because like you have to start learning at some point, right? Like the world is going that way. So like that's just kind of, I feel like it's really hard to explain, but yeah. And like fundraising, like I would not have known as much about fundraising, as much about like how to support in Pride Month without the stream team. So like I have to give a huge shout to the Cosmic Hearts folks and like all of the learning that they've helped me do. And oh geez. And
Trying to lead you down the path of righteousness. I'm gonna lead you down the path.
oh, thank you so much for those subs. Goodness gracious, you did not have to do that. Thank you. The only person who finds a problem in their behavior, it conditions you to think that you're the problem. Right. Big case in courts against a doctor at NHS gender clinic for prescribing puberty blockers. Going private is that you not only get your affirming healthcare, then you eventually get your NHS appointment. They transfer you. Okay. Oh, Belle, thank you. I appreciate you so much. And Brett, it's really my pleasure. Like, I don't know, like part of it is just like I want to be a good person, and I think being a good person means like challenging what you know and what you've learned before, and like just like intervening sometimes. So yeah, I have a lot of thoughts about like the term ally and like what. So Giant, that was probably more than you were asking for, and I apologize if that was such a huge answer, but you know, it's a lifelong thing, right? Like you think you got things figured out, and then you come to realize that a way that you are speaking, a way that you are behaving is inconsistent with the values that you think you have, and so you start over and you start learning again. It's hard work to do, uncomfortable, having to interrogate your beliefs, even the ones you don't think are beliefs, you think are just innate parts of your personality. Yeah, pick up for those who can't, right? Or like, even if it's not for those who can't, it's those that don't necessarily get as loud of a voice. And that's not to disagree with what you're saying. And then dumbbell curls. I forgot to set up for those. Out for now for this time. Thank you. Thank you, Ann, for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for the gift subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Had to do things like that. It's a funny thing. It's a funny thing to explain to people why I would do that, what I gain from it. Because in a lot of ways, you gain nothing from it. Because you can exist in groups of people who believe the same ways that you do. Sorry, wrong button. But yeah, no, we get caught in loops, right? We get in bubbles. When you get in a bubble, no one challenges your thinking about anything. And like, this is going to, I know exactly how this is going to come off, but like, this is something that exists on both sides of the political spectrum, right? Like, and like anywhere in between is like, if you are in a group of people who does nothing, like if the only thing happening is the affirming of thoughts and like affirming of the same thoughts and ideas, you will not be able to escape those thoughts and ideas, right? Or you have to do a lot of self-work to escape them. I want to be careful of like sounding preachy at this point, but yeah. No, I mean, thank you for asking, Giant. It's something I wish I could articulate a little more cleanly, but it is what it is. How I explain it is how I explain it. So I know for sure we're going to have ads at 2:07. Because I understand that to be the case. So we will make sure that we are being mindful of that. I'm going to get going on this next set of pull-ups. Squirrels. This is not to just change the subject, but anybody got any rad weekend plans they want to share? I'm getting sushi tonight. That's my plan. I promised wifey that we would eat sushi and watch Star Trek tonight. And I am particularly stoked about it. Sleep. Sleep would be good. Have you bought Fallen Order on Steam so I can play aside you? Oh my gosh, Keen, are you serious? I'm probably going to drop the difficulty level. I hope no one judges me for it. I think, like, the more I think I'm Jedi Master, I don't know. It's just not worth it. I got so mad on Tuesday. Something I've always been curious of. Another common answer is just kind of like seeing injustice and I want to be a good person. I think a good person would stand up for people. Usually people don't involve themselves in things they don't have invested interest in. Yeah. No. And like that's a good shout, right? Like I think there's nothing like that's always completely, totally what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, there's always some level of self-interest, right? And I think for me, it's growth, you know? Star Trek Discovery Season 4, but I haven't watched Seasons 1 through 3! We are just getting to the end of Season 4 of TNG. Maybe I'll kayak if the weather abates and it's sweaty assholery. Saw you with a shirt, looked down at my phone, looked up, and poof, gone. It's gone. Goodbye. I had platinums in most Dark Souls games. I just want a damn Star Wars lightsaber experience of cutting through shit with ease. Playing on Jedi Knight and has zero regrets. Okay. No, you're fine, Hams. Oh, watching. Okay, I thought you were trying to tell me to watch. Like, come on, man. I want to. I'm just not moving fast enough. I'm just not moving fast enough. You might watch Picard at a later date, but don't get your hopes up. It's very weirdly written. Uh-oh. I'm excited. I'm excited for all the spin-offs. Remus! Hello! Oh, I'm doing great, my friend. How are you doing? Welcome in. Get a little stretch there. Welcome back. Doing good. Just got back from shopping, groceries, and things. Adulting, you know. We might go to the hardware store tonight. Might go to get some hardware. Oh, Star Trek. Oh, you are in good company here then, Noodle. We got plenty of Trekkies in here. Nope. That ain't happening. Guess what I bought on PlayStation Store? Is it Jedi Fallen Order? Did you get Fallen Order? I could be totally off. Out, out of wilds. Ooh, yes, Remus. Where is it? I guess it must have played. Wow. Hello, Maddie Everest. Welcome in. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Remus. I'm so excited for you to play Outer Wilds. I was listening to the soundtrack earlier today. I now listen all the way through at least once a week. I got Fallen Order because it's on Game Pass. Haven't played it yet. Yeah, so I just started last Tuesday. And I had to I was going to upload it to YouTube this week's episode, but I had a segment that apparently had a copyright strike, so I had to get it trimmed up. Did you answer that person a few weeks ago about how to avoid feeling like you're straining neck muscles when lifting or doing sit-ups? I don't know that I did, Keen, but I can try to talk to that now. Can I say nice arms? Yes, you may. You may. Nice to meet you. How's your day going? Happy Friday. Love the music. You like that Panic at the Disco? I added that one 4 days ago when I was mowing the lawn. I was like, ooh, this is going on the workout playlist. I forgot about this song. For the Viking practice, longer the beard, the mightier the warrior. I'm just letting it grow out a little bit. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. The dwarves. Oh, Thor and Oakenshield. Let's go. Not bad, thanks. How's your day been? Day's been good. Day's been quite good. I still got to work after this is over, so I should probably make haste. We got to get into Z presses, dumbbell rows, and rollbacks. So Keen, when talking about straining neck muscles, it's really hard, right? Because part of it is just how you activate muscles when you work out. So if you're doing sit-ups, I'm gonna So if I'm doing, oh, Brett, thank you. So if I'm doing sit-ups, right? Oh, well, this would be kind of weird. If I'm doing sit-ups and the majority of my pulling, right? Sit-ups are kind of a weird push-pull movement. If the majority of my pressure is coming from me pushing on the back of my head, then I'm going to experience some neck pain when I'm doing that. If I'm constantly leaning forward, our heads are pretty heavy. I don't know about you, but I got pretty heavy heads. I got a big dome. The more that we can do when we're doing things like sit-ups to try to keep our spine neutral. See, my head's going to come forward a little bit no matter what. But if I can do what I can to try to keep my neck on that neutral plane, it's possible that it could be an overall posture issue for you. So some ways to correct posture, it is a long, hard battle to get your posture right. Because I mean, look at me even standing here. You know, I'm a pretty fit person, and even I have a little bit of neck tilt. If I try to fix my posture in a really exaggerated way, I'm gonna look like Quagmire, right? Are you a Pokemon fan? I like the banner thing. I am. I'm waiting for Scarlet and Violet, waiting with bated breath. Might be more of a head lean problem for me. I've consciously tried to avoid using my arms to pull on my neck for that exact reason, so it sounds like posture is my culprit. Yeah. Because I mean, I'm just gonna stand sideways. I'm gonna put myself on blast here, right? If I'm not paying attention at all, my shoulders are already kind of rolling forward, my neck is tucking forward, and that is for a number of reasons. One, it could be I got a pretty tight chest right now, right? If my chest muscles, my pec muscles are tight, they're pulling my arms forward, and I'm naturally just gonna kind of slouch out like this, right? If I work on stronger back muscles to where when I'm at rest, my arms are pulled back here, then this posture is going to get better. Say with my traps, right? Right now, if you like poke my traps, they're really tight because I work a desk job. So like most of the day, I'm sitting here doing this, right? My posture is closed, my neck, my head is hanging forward. I can't remember what his name is, but he does some really great videos on posture correction. I'm gonna lean up against this flag here. So I sit up against this wall and I just kind of put my head back and try to tuck my chin in. I'm gonna put my arms out and I'm just gonna do these like shoulder presses here. Now this might not seem like it's doing much, but it's building range of motion for me and strengthening range of motion with my neck in a neutral position, right? I can do the same thing. If this is really hard for you, it's okay. Now, eventually, you want to get to the point where you're able to just kind of like stand out. I don't have a lot of space in here, so I'm not going to be able to do this. Raise those arms and just get them nice and comfortable behind your head. So posture is, yeah, I'm going to see if I can find. Oh, Maddie, thank you so much for the follow. Which version? Honestly, PT Blue, I haven't decided. I am drawn. I am drawn to Scarlet as a color. I don't know. I know something about it. Like it sounds good. It sounds good to me. Whole thing about your head should be completely in line with your shoulders and chin tucked in. Oh, no. Yes, Giant, you're 100% correct. Like, it is near impossible for someone to have, like, fully neutral posture at all times, right? Just, like, it's like saying that everyone's knees should be locked out all the time. Like, that's not how our bodies work. I mean, your butt should be in line with your shoulders. You sound thirsty. Thank you. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay, we're gonna have ads in 4 minutes. Wait. Okay. It's a weird ideal that people push too hard. I mean, there is something to say for, like, you know, being actively conscious of posture, right? Like, it does matter, but I agree with you, Giant. Like, it's like any sort of shape and form ideal. People shape different. I will say that, like, if you're having back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, it's sometimes the result of your traps just being tired from carrying your head all day. So it brings back nostalgia. I'm so excited for Kingdom Hearts 4. Made more sense to me is that you should adopt different postures throughout the day, have a wide range of motion. Absolutely. Well, because, like, you know, often, like, especially nowadays, right? Like, can I give you some examples of postures? Ready? Or, like, you know, like laying in bed, like, right? Sitting at a computer, like standing up and walking has its own posture to it that if you do it too much, it's gonna hurt. Really want the shoes that Sora was wearing in the trailer. Oh, I need to look at them again. I cannot conjure what they look like in my brain right now. I expect to be called out so much. I mean, I was calling myself out. Or, like, you know, like standing at a counter and cooking Like I have a posture when I'm on a cutting board. That is not a totally good posture, right? But that's like an active thing. Nature being human, no matter how far back you go, humans are looking down and doing things with their hands. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bussin'. All right. This is the thing though, it's like I don't want to punish people. I don't want to punish people who are subscribed. Annie, hello. Hello. Hello, David. Hello, Annie. How are we doing? How the heck are you? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a little command for this. Because that is the weird thing about this, right? Is like I do not want to punish people who are subscribing and paying for a subscription, but I also don't want to punish viewers for like missing stuff, you know? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But Annie, how's your day going? I normally just lay on the floor for a while to make sure my back is straight. Yeah. Hope you're well too. Oh, I'm doing great. And the ads. Wow, that was short. Interesting. I don't think the ad manager is working. It's supposed to play for like 3 minutes. Whatever, that's fine. Timing is exactly what you thought it would be. Yeah, but it was short. Well, yeah, it was shorter. It should do a 3-minute ad break every hour. I mean, that's fine. 3 ads, longest was 30 seconds. Okay, well, I am getting information from this experiment. That much is true. Welcome back, friends. You're up late last night writing a poem. What was your poem about? Tell me all about it. Everyone gets served different ads. Definitely not 3 minutes, but gave me 3 ads. Interesting. Wait, Brad, you got 7 ads in a row? Maddie had 6. Okay. Blame modern technology for everything. Living in the caveman would be perfectly fine. Also the concept of how the body ought to work. Both frameworks to be short-sighted. Yeah. I mean, there's a game of tug of war on it, right? I mean, it's like, if anyone implies that there is one single right way to live, they're going to get a lot of pushback, and they should. That's not how the human experience works. Hello, Harrison Gord. Welcome in. You are very excited to be here. All right, we will do some Nutmeg. What's up, Nutmeg? How we doing? Internet, Apple, and some other rubbish. I think it's relatively normal for everyone to get different amounts of ad content based on their geolocation. Huh. Yeah, I guess as long as I'm meeting what the ad manager robot tells me I need to meet, should be okay. Look, about I'll play some games. Thanks for a love and support as always. Love your way back. Hope you have an amazing weekend, Brad. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for the lurk. Good, except I think I'm getting a cough. Oh no! I hope you feel better soon. Like, is it just now coming on? The shorts very chaotic. You like my shorts? You like my shorts? I love these shorts. They're so comfy. I love shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. That's I'm gonna adjust things a little bit. I think y'all actually be able to see what's going on. It's a little better. The idea that the body has a super ideal state seems wrong. The thing I know about evolution is that lots of traits are trade-offs, especially trade-offs for the short term, especially until creating offspring. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we have to separate like conventional wellness from like evolutionary biology. Take us what, if we didn't have soap, we'd all probably die around age 40. We might not be here anymore if we didn't have soap. That's a little severe. Annie, how are you doing? How's your weekend? Are you having some wine this evening? I feel like you've been working hard. You deserve a bit of wine. A little bit of Addie's. Cleaned my entire house, made some enchiladas, pretty productive. Just cool some wine, you alright? Yes. Are you more of a white wine or red wine person? Definitely white wine. Respect. Trying to stay healthy and drink water instead of wine. Hey, that's great, Annie. Hello, Dragos. How we doing today? With red wine, I mean, that's true. That's true, Callie. You have more space in your fridge. You don't have to think about it beforehand. Just pop that bad boy open. Not much. Having a relaxing Friday. Drinking Huel and tea. Ooh. I have not tried Huel. I have heard good things. Especially after my week of flu. I need to take... Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. How are you feeling? You getting better? Excuse me. Need to aerate. I never do. Like, wifey's parents have one of those, like... It's like a topper, but then it like aerates the wine like while you pour it because it's got like a big globe in it. What the devil is Huel? Better, still sounding a bit nasal. Mostly need to get my stamina up again. Ah, yes. Yes. Just that lingering bit of fatigue. I feel that. Huel is a meal replacement. Parents have a top just for pouring wine. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna pop these off. So I can do it later. Do it now. You have the good work. Oh, thank you so much. Are you getting it in today? You grabbing a lift? Do a little workout? Watch your change will make me healthier. It will. It will. It'll make you healthier in the sense that you are engaging socially with people that care about you, and that's part of health too. Quit my calisthenics for now. Haven't done it for a year and a half, probably. Well, you say sadly. What I'd say is, like, I believe in you. If you want to get back into it, you can do it. Father? Jay? Hello. But yes, Annie, this counts. This is part of your wellness practice. Good afternoon. How are we doing, all, Jay? Doing good. Quick question. Go for it. We're wrapping up here soon. And I'm happy to help if I can. Did do jumping fitness yesterday. At least I got my weekly exercise in. Ooh. I was thinking about doing some hops today. Y'all are ever wondering, just like packing on 30 seconds of just like jumping up and down going up to 45 seconds, 60 seconds. Basically like jump roping without a rope. It is a valid form of exercise. Bulking up, building my pecs, and forming one side of my underpec. There is more fat than the other side. Yeah, just hops. Right there, that one's free. Literal jumping, okay, not basketball. Yeah, just jumping up and down. Yeah, so Alt J, I'm guessing the question is like how to like address that. Scorpio born, welcome in. How you doing? About to jump rope soon, can't wait. Honestly, I'm so bad at jump rope. It is a skill that I just need to like work on, and I haven't found the time. Yeah, so I can offer a little bit. I mean, what I'll say is that, you know, the fact that you're at the point where you're bulking chest tells me you probably know a little bit already. And so I don't want to assume too much. But sometimes, you know, if we have, amazing, I'm glad to hear it. What you can do is either, I know it's like really hard to see from here, but if you have bands or if you're using a cable machine, work this in like 2 to 3 times a week. Just a nice full range of motion, getting a good pull. Like I'll try to turn a little bit, but you want this coming like right along that line underneath your pec, yeah? So if I'm pressing this out, getting a good squeeze, letting it go all the way back, and then pushing out. Once you get your rhythm down, it's a killer cardio session. I know, it's really hard, but like if I just did it, I'd be good at it. Like I have a good rope too. But do this 3x12 or 4x12, 2 to 3 times a week. And after like 4 to 6 weeks, you'll start to see a little more definition on the underside of your chest. You know, you can play with angles too. I've got 3 angles here. If I were to, again, I know this is hard to see, but I can come from underneath, right? And still get kind of that same idea.
It's all coming together.
But I do a lot better with like the mid chest and the upper chest movement on those. I'm gonna do this to balance it out. But you're not gonna necessarily be able to address like spot fat. You will be able to work out muscle imbalances and like fill out the muscle in those areas. That's going to be a more realistic goal. Because like even me, right? Like I train a lot, and like if you look at my chest, like it is, I still have like this like weakness on this side, and like a little bit of a difference between my two sides. And I've been working for a long time to work that out. But thank you, Scorpio. Yeah, we're gonna deload this week, so I'm not working super hard, but I'm having a good time. We've had some really good questions in chat today, and I've been really appreciative of folks coming in and sharing their stuff. Is cardio stuff more of what you do, Scorpio? And Jay, let me know if that's helpful for you. The other thing you can do is if you don't have access to bands and anchors, or if you don't have a cable machine you can use, just like push-ups at different angles, right? Incline and decline push-ups, if you are doing the right volume, if you've got the right level of decline, can be really challenging for the lower chest. It's a volume issue for most folks, right? And it feels like we're not doing as much, but like, I don't know, if you're getting to where you can do 50 push-ups in one run, like that is strength. That is good strength. Okay. Well, let's take a look at who else is out here getting it in. I'd like to bring y'all over to one of our friends today. How about we're gonna go with the Friday Classic. We're gonna go with the Friday Classic. Currently trying to maintain my mass at the moment while leaning down a bit. 5'11", 178. Want to be below 10%. I think I'm at 12 now. Oh, so you're already pretty cut. You're already pretty cut. See, I don't know how much longer I'm going to cut. I am on my way out of this thing. Y'all, it is time for me to wrap up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We're going to go raid Chris. If you would be so kind as to grab one of... Maintain my ass. Thanks for stream, PT. Thank you so much for joining us today, for hanging out. I'm really appreciative that you're here. Nice meeting you, good stuff. Keen, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you would, please grab one of those raid messages so we can go over and see Terrible Hime. Terrible Hime is another fitness, and Chris doesn't really do games so much anymore, but another fitness streamer, super inclusive, super awesome community. Chris and Joey are a riot to watch. They're so good. If you want to follow along on the social medias, you can do that at any of the stuff here. Go ahead and click on that link tree. You'll find links to merch. You'll find links to Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. And if you want to get on the Discord, you can do that right there. Post your workout to Discord. Thank you. I will. As Shamir, we're on our way out, but thank you so much for joining us. Y'all, thank you. Have a great weekend. Oh, one more plug. I am continuing to upload more and more stuff to YouTube. Old stream VODs, also like some YouTube exclusive stuff. I'm working on what fitness stuff is going to look like on YouTube. But I'm sorry, Mayor. But yes, with that, be kind to yourself, be kind to someone else. Make sure you do a little something that fills your tank this weekend, and yeah, get out, take a walk, enjoy the sunshine if you can, and if not, I hope that you get some good rest. With that, take it easy. I'll catch you in the next one. Be back Sunday for more of the forest. Bye bye.